Are you a large breed dog owner looking for a car travel bed for dogs that is both comfortable and supportive? Or are you looking for a car dog bed that will provide your canine companion comfort and safety on the road without breaking the bank? If so, you are in the right place, because today I'm going to share with you our honest review of the Backseat Barker SUV bed by Big Barker. I will let you know in the end whether I think the Backseat Barker is in fact the best car travel bed for large dogs, and if I think it's worth the money for large and giant breed dog owners. And as with all of our thorough reviews, I will be grading this product on a scale of 1 to 5 paws in the categories of ease of use, quality and durability, affordability, and our ever popular Drool Score. For full transparency, I want to let you know that Big Barker sent me a Backseat Barker SUV edition for this review. However, I have absolutely no interest in providing a glowing review for any product that doesn't work for us, whether I buy the product myself or not. You and I, as big dog owners, spend a small fortune on our dogs, and the last thing we want to do is waste our money on products that don't work, don't last, or simply don't hold up to the demands of our large dog's needs. So with that said, in this video, I'm going to share with you the good and the bad about this car dog bed. We put this bed to the test on our recent 2,000-mile trek in 72 hours from Michigan to Alabama and back, and are excited to share with you our experience with it. The positive, as I said, and the negative, so that you can make an informed decision before you buy one. For those of you who have been following our journey on this channel for some time, welcome back. I'm so happy you are here. If you are new here, my name is Stephanie, aka Big Dog Mom. And on my channel, I provide information and resources to help you and your big dog live your best life together. So if you are interested in learning how to provide more comfort and safety for your large dog on the road, and about the car travel bed from Big Barker, stick with me until the end of this video. And as always, if you enjoy big dog related content, consider subscribing while you are here and hitting that like button if you like this video. All right, let's get started. Finding the best car travel bed for your big dog, or at the very least a comfortable dog bed or liner that your large dogs can lay on when you travel, is not easy. Some car travel dog beds are too thick, some are too thin. Some don't cover the cargo area in your car, while others cover too much. This is the journey we've been on the last few years, trying to find just the right dog bed for our Navigator that will be easy to clean and maintain while providing maximum support and safety for my Mastiffs. Let me walk you through a little bit of that journey. When we purchased this Navigator, used in 2017, my husband purchased a thin fabric liner that had a zipper positioned in the space between the two back seats to serve as both a barrier and a liner in one. Yes, it sounds like a terrific innovation, doesn't it? Well, it was until Puppy Jr., I think he was 3 to 4 months at the time, leaned up against the zipper. I was driving at the time and I could hear it from the driver's seat. I'll never forget the sound. I pleaded for Junior to stop pressing on the liner. Junior, stop! No, move! But it was over in a matter of a second and a half. The entire zipper ripped all the way to the bottom. I tried many times, I think I lost count at 9, to sew up that zipper to keep it from ripping, but nothing worked. The liner was a total disaster. The zipper was completely worthless, and the liner itself never stayed put over the carpet, resulting in an enormous and completely ineffective mess of big dog proportions. I'll put the blog post I wrote with the full story in the description below. Check it out if you want a good laugh. Okay, moving on. So after that point, I decided my top priority in a new liner was cleanliness. I wanted something that would stay in place on the carpet and keep the car from becoming one giant hairball. So after a ton of research, I ended up purchasing what you see here, which is a WeatherTech cargo liner, which I absolutely love. It has been worth every cent I paid for it and then some. However, it's not perfect. While the WeatherTech liner fits like a glove, it's 100% made in the USA, easy to clean and completely durable under the harsh beating of giant breed dogs. It has provided little to no comfort or orthopedic support for Junior and Sulley. After using it for several years, here are the pros and cons of the WeatherTech SUV cargo liner for large dogs. So here are the pros. It does keep the carpet underneath clean. Some hair does get by, but it's not too bad. It prevents embedded slobber in the carpet. There's no shifting of the liner itself while the car is in motion. The liner stays put. It's made of a durable and long-lasting material, and it's easy to clean. The cons are, however, that the dogs slip and slide while the car is in motion. The hard surface is not very comfortable for them to lay on, and if we place any items in the back with the dogs, they can shift and move around. And then lastly, the friction and pressure on Sulley and Junior's elbow joints can worsen elbow calluses. So with all of these cons for the cargo liner, I was prompted to look for a better solution. As my Mastiffs have gotten older, Sulley here will be 7 in December, and Junior will be 5 in October. Thus, they are approaching their senior dog years, and it has become more and more evident to me that their bodies need more support, and that the WeatherTech cargo liner, while clean, was just not cutting it. So before we get into the nitty-gritty of our review of the Backseat Barker SUV dog bed, I wanted to give you just a few thoughts as to why I believe all large breed dog owners should consider investing in a dog bed for your car. First is safety. As I mentioned just a minute ago, with just the liner alone, there is a significant amount of shifting that takes place while the car is in motion. This includes items placed in the back, such as a suitcase or cooler, as well as the dogs themselves. With a car travel bed, your dog will remain much more stable during turns and acceleration. And if you need to store other items in the back with your dogs, prevent those two from colliding. And with respect to the Big Barker Backseat Barker, specifically, the bolsters, the pillows on the sides, protect the dogs from being pushed against the sides of the car while turning as well. The second factor you should consider when it comes to traveling with your large dog is orthopedic support. I will put it like this. What seems like a comfortable ride in the driver's seat feels more like an uneven gravel road to your dog in the back. The impact that starts, stops, and bumps in the road have on a giant breed dog riding solely on the trunk floor or with just a thin liner is significant on your dog's bones and joints. That surface provides zero shock absorption, resulting in progressively worsening damage to your dog's hips and joints. The Backseat Barker is made with the same super supportive orthomedic foam, just like the premium Big Barker dog beds, which, upon impact, supports a big dog's bones and joints as they sink into the foam. Here's something I found very interesting as it relates to the orthopedic support for large dogs. According to a groundbreaking new research study out of Penn Vet, University of Pennsylvania Veterinary Clinical Investigation Center, Big Barker therapeutic mattresses provided osteoarthritic large dogs over 70 pounds with the following: significant reductions in pain and joint stiffness, significant improvement in joint function, gait, energy, and quality of life. And 75% of the dogs in the trial, or in the study, showed significant improvement in nighttime restfulness. Now, while this research was conducted with the 7-inch dog bed, the American-made proprietary foam and therapeutic support are the same with this 3-inch Backseat Barker. The third consideration has to do with dog elbow and hot calluses. I have done a few videos on dog calluses, so I will link them in a card above and linked in the description below. I will also include my blog post series on this topic as well. I've covered at length how dog elbow and hot calluses develop and how to minimize their growth. In addition to applying elbow butter, orthopedic bedding and soft surfaces are a critical component to improving the health of calluses. But here's the deal. In a moving vehicle, your dog will slide on the hard surface with every bump and turn of your car, potentially worsening calluses. A quality dog bed can reduce the amount of friction between your dog's elbows and hocks and the surface beneath him due to the increased stability and orthopedic support. No more playing road trip slip and slide. A car travel dog bed, like the Backseat Barker SUV edition from Big Barker, will hug and protect your dog's elbows from further damage. Hi, you're so cute. And lastly, as a big dog owner, I'm sure you know this, big dogs are creatures of comfort. Whether it's a comfy couch, your king-size bed, or a pile of dirty clothes, large breed dogs are drawn to soft bedding. Therefore, if nothing else, one of the biggest advantages of the Big Barker Backseat Barker SUV dog bed is the added travel comfort for your large dog. Whether you are taking a short trip to the pet store or a very long trip to Alabama, your dog deserves the same level of comfort as you are getting from your premium driver's seat foam and electric lumbar support. Now that we've discussed why a dog travel bed is important, let's dive deeper into the qualities of this particular bed. Here's how I'm going to structure this review. I'd like to first show you a few clips from our trip so that you can experience with us what it was like for Junior and Sulley on the bed for the first time. From measuring our vehicle to get the proper size bed and ordering it to unboxing and using it for the first time, I think you will enjoy this short weekend in the life with us and our new Backseat Barker. I will also show you how to take the cover off and back on for cleaning and discuss the ins and outs of maintaining it. And then I will come back and share with you our formal ratings for ease of use, quality and durability, affordability, and how well the dogs liked it with our final recommendations. You aren't going to want to miss that. Okay, let's get started. Before placing your order with Big Barker, you will want to measure your cargo space in order to ensure you get the proper size. The Big Barker car travel bed, it comes in 3 sizes. You will want to take a few measurements before you place your order. Because the bolsters or the pillows for the Backseat Barker adjust to the width of your car, the primary measurements you will need are the width and the depth of your cargo space. The center foam should not be wider than the floor space so that the bed fits snug with the wings or the pillows, the bolsters, resting on the sides as the pillows. The most important measurement you need to take is the depth, which is the amount of space needed between the back seat and the trunk door. There is a 10-inch difference between each of the sizes. So for example, a size large has a 35-inch depth, while the extra large has a 45-inch. This is the extra large size that you see here. My Navigator measures a little bigger than that at about 48 inches, which isn't really a problem. You will see here that the Backseat Barker SUV edition arrives vacuum packed and rolled up. It fits so tight you may need a little help pulling it out of the box. Notice that when I pull the bed out of the box, it immediately starts to expand as it takes on air. At this point, there is no setup required. Simply unbox, unwrap, and place it in your vehicle. One thing I was a little concerned about is whether the Backseat Barker would add too much height for the dogs to jump onto. As you can see, neither dog hesitated or had difficulty making it onto the bed from our twist step, which was a pleasant surprise. Once in the car, you can see that the boys immediately seemed to enjoy laying on the bed. That said, 1 minute on the Backseat Barker is not the same as 48 hours on it. So here's a more in-depth look at how well the dogs liked it during our 2,000-mile round trip from Michigan to Alabama. Roll the footage. Well, we're off. Long trip ahead. We've got about a 14-hour drive. It is later than I wanted to get off. It's 6:15. I had planned on 4. But you can look back. The dogs are ready to go, excited about their trip. They're just excited to actually go bye-bye. They could go for 2 minutes and still be just as happy. So anyway, all right, we will check back with you as the day goes on. Wish us luck. All right, well, we just picked up breakfast very quickly on the road, and already we can tell that the dogs seem more comfortable back there, which is great. One of the things that with our old car liner, whenever I would turn, go around curbs or anything of that sort, speed up, slow down, hit the brake, you could hear Sulley back there hitting the brakes with his feet. He would grip the ground trying to stabilize himself. He seems really comfortable back there right now. Where he's not really shifting and moving so much, where he's real anxious. So I wanted to share with you really quick, we just made another pit stop. We've stopped a few times. We have gone, let's see, it's almost 3:15. We've gone 550 miles, and we are just outside of Nashville, Tennessee. So far so good. Having a great trip. The dogs are doing awesome, and the kids and I are, so all good. But one thing I wanted to share with you as it relates to the Big Barker SUV bed is that we've realized, and we wouldn't have known this in Michigan because it's cooler temperatures. It hasn't really gotten very hot there, but right now it is 76 degrees outside, so it's actually quite a bit warmer than the dogs are used to. And so I think we left Michigan and it was 39 degrees. So being that it's significantly warmer out, and we've stopped a few times to let the dogs out and to exercise, given them water several times, there's no reason that Junior back there is panting as much as he is. So it's kind of hard to tell. He actually just settled down, but nonetheless, so he just kept panting and panting, and I'm like, is he not getting air back there? So I've adjusted the temperature in the air. We've got the air conditioning on in the car, and it was so chilly. I had my jacket on most of the day, but nonetheless, he's just panting and panting. And so we figured out, though, that the air vents for the air conditioner in the rear cargo part of the car, the Big Barker dog bed, the pillow part was covering it up. So Sulley was laying against the pillow, which was smashed up against the air vent, which of course was preventing the cool air from reaching the dog. So what we decided to do was to just shift the dog bed 90 degrees in order to have the pillows in the front and the back versus on the sides. And so we're hoping that that will really help Junior kind of settle down and cool down a little bit. We'll stop and get water again and exercise, but I'm thinking that was the problem, because the air is coming out really hard and it's really cold. So there's no reason for him to be as hot as he is. But yeah, but they're doing well. They love the bed. Sulley loves it. I think, you know, if we can just get the temperature right back there, all will be well.
We haven't heard a peep out of him this entire time.
No, Sulley's been, we actually heard him snoring a little while ago. So yeah, all good. But I wanted to share that little bit of insight about the bed and just our experience with the air conditioner. I lost my film crew for the long 1,000-mile ride home, so enjoy a little music while I show you a few clips of our trip back. We received an entourage with every stop, so don't judge how much time it took us. One tip for new big dog owners: allow plenty of time for pictures with new friends on the road. Okay, so now that the dogs and I are back home, it's time to unpack and clean out the car. As you can see, the Backseat Barker has 3 zippers, 1 for the center foam and 2 for the bolster pillows. The zippers work flawlessly, and the foam is super easy to remove and set aside. Washing and drying is equally as easy. While I waited for the bed cover, I spent a few minutes trying to de-hair my car. Getting embedded Mastiff hair out of black carpet is not easy or fun. I used my Chom Chom roller in combination with a rubbery tool my husband got me for cleaning carpet. With the two, I'd say it cleaned up pretty well. While the cover was in the dryer, I thought I would show you how well the foam stands up to the weight of 2 giant breed Mastiffs. Remember, Sulley here is about 200 pounds and Junior is closer to 235 to 240 pounds. As you can see, the foam is incredibly stable and supportive under their weight. When stepped on, you can see how the foam hugs the dog's paws, legs, elbows, and body. Keep in mind, this foam is 3 inches thick, less than half of the traditional Big Barker dog bed. You might remember that in my review of the Big Barker dog bed, I showed a similar illustration with the dogs on the foam without the cover on. It's basically the same. The foam is unbelievably strong and supportive, just perfect for the orthopedic needs of large and giant breed dogs. Okay, let's move on. Once dry, the cover is very easy to put back together. The only thing that took a little time was getting the foam pieces back inside the zippers on the pillows. As with the traditional Big Barker dog bed, while super easy, it did take me a couple of practices to get the process of taking the cover on and off down, especially the headrest version. So with this, my guess is it will get quicker and better with this bed over time. Now that the bed is clean, you can see that I've decided to put my WeatherTech cargo liner back in to sit over the carpet with the Backseat Barker on top. Well, hi, Sel. More on why in a minute. And now, the moment you have all been waiting for. Drum roll, please, Sulley. Oh, are you getting down? Did we feel the Big Barker dog bed is the best car travel bed for large dogs? Here is how Junior, Sulley, and I rate the Big Barker Backseat Barker across our 4 categories of ease of use, quality and durability, affordability, and the boys will give you their Drool Score. So first, ease of use. Life as a Mastiff owner is generally focused on 2 things, cleanliness and durability. If a product fails in either of those 2 qualities, it's a no-go for me. Why waste my money? So when I consider the category of ease of use, my review is primarily based on how easy is it to clean and maintain. As I shared in my Big Barker dog bed review, the traditional 7-inch Big Barker dog beds are super easy to clean while not losing a bit of integrity of the fabric over time. With the Backseat Barker SUV edition, the top cover has hidden zippers that extend a full 70% around the foam, making the foam easy to take in and out as you clean the cover. I also found that the bolsters or pillows on the sides were easy to remove and put back on. So while time will tell with the integrity of the fabric, so far the SUV dog bed is holding up to the standard of all other Big Barker beds as expected. So for ease of use, we give the Backseat Barker 5 paws for awesomeness. The next category is quality and durability. Like all other Big Barker products, I am always impressed with their quality American-made construction. With the tremendous beating large and giant breed dogs have on just about everything, it's wonderful to have a company who designs their products with our unique needs in mind. The quality of the seams, zippers, fabric, and proprietary orthometic foam construction are unrivaled in the dog world when it comes to the needs of big dogs. 100% made in the USA, all of the Big Barker products are built to last. So this one is an easy 5 paws for awesomeness. Here's where things get a little more interesting. Affordability. As we discussed in our last video, Mastiffs and large and giant breed dogs generally are very expensive to own. From healthcare to feeding and everything in between, big dogs come with a hefty price tag. That said, in terms of affordability, I really feel the Big Barker Backseat Barker is priced competitively and worth every cent. While not as clean as my WeatherTech, the combination of the liner and the dog bed seems for us to be a match made in heaven. Keep in mind, if your cargo space is not set up like mine, you do not need to buy a cargo liner in addition to the car travel bed. If the Backseat Barker lays flush to the sides without covering any vents, you will be fine. Available on the Big Barker website, linked in the description below, are waterproof liners if you want one. This is probably not a bad idea if you have a puppy or live where your dog may be getting in and out of water, such as near a beach or a lake. And something to consider is that Big Barker also sells refurbished Backseat Barkers in all 3 sizes if you don't mind buying used to save some money. On average, it looks like you can save about $60 that way, which is great. So for affordability, we rate the Backseat Barker SUV edition with 4.5 out of 5 paws for awesomeness. I deducted half a paw for the simple fact that the price point may not fit into every big dog owner's budget. These beds are an investment, and I believe worth every cent. Okay, and the moment you've all been waiting for, what do Sulley and Junior think about this car travel bed? They were so used to slipping and sliding on the liner for so long, riding on a cushy dog bed was definitely new for them. Let me cut to the chase. The boys love this bed. So much so, Sulley didn't want to come out of the car the first time he sat on it. We are giving the Backseat Barker dog bed 4.5 out of 5 paws for awesomeness. I'm deducting half a paw simply due to the air conditioner vent in our Navigator. While not the fault of Big Barker, it is something that impacted Junior's comfort initially until I figured out why he was so hot. Once I shifted the bed 90 degrees away from the vent, he slept soundly and comfortably. Check out just how comfortable he was on the ride home. Here's the deal. If your air conditioning vents open from the top, you will have no issues. And you and your dogs will love this bed. So Is this the best car travel bed for dogs? While it is not perfect, the Backseat Barker SUV bed is a significant improvement over the simple cargo liner we were using. Here's a summary of the pros and cons from our recent 2,000-mile road trip with the Backseat Barker. So here are the pros. They experienced premium comfort. The dogs didn't want to get out of the car and snored through half of the trip. They had increased stability while the car was in motion, so no more shifting and sliding around. There was improved safety due to the lack of shifting. It was easy to clean and maintain so far, and it fit perfect with the pillows on the sides for added comfort and stability. The 3-inch orthometic foam provided more than enough support, and it was thick, but not too thick for the dogs to jump onto from their twist step. Okay, so here are the cons though. The bolster, the pillow on the right side, covered the air conditioner vent. This is likely a unique issue with our model SUV and was easily resolved by shifting the bed 90 degrees. Dog hair is a problem. You may want to purchase an additional cargo liner to cover the carpet or get a dog hair remover tool like the Chom Chom roller, and there's many others. Keep in mind the dog hair issue for us was worse because we couldn't position the bed properly due to the vent issue. With all of that said, if you do not yet have a car travel bed for your dog, I highly recommend you check out the Big Barker. With free shipping and a 365-day return policy, you literally have nothing to lose. Grab yours today. The links are in the description below. And with that, if you got value from this video, I would love it if you would let me know by hitting that like button. And if you haven't done so already, subscribe before you go. Stay tuned for a few funny outtakes, and we will see you in our next video. Bye for now. Let's go. Sulley.